your memories of your matches with the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy and Dynamite?
God, they were easy, weren't they?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I have nothing but, I've always asked that many times. I have nothing but positive remarks about those guys, especially with Dynamite. Dynamite, for his size, he was so dynamic and so explosive and so acrobatic and fiery that I think people actually forgot that he was so small. And then Davey Boy, even physically as big as he was, wasn't a big guy either. But they worked so good together. They had the power with Davey Boy, the excitement. I don't know how you could have a bad match with those guys.
No, when they'd walk out to the ring, they had as big a pop as what we had, and you get two teams like that together. Everything that you did, the people were with it. It was fun, and it was easy.
Yeah, and there are very few teams that we worked with that weren't as giving in the match as we were. They wanted the match to be good, because if the match is good, the entertainment value is terrific. People are going to buy more tickets.
So they're all for business.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and a lot of teams don't trust the team that you're working with because they think, they'd eat you alive.
Gobble them up. Yeah.
These guys that worked with us, we would do whatever we wanted to do, and it was fine for them because we knew it was for the match, and that's the respect that we had, I think, with all the other tag teams.
And when it's their turn to shine, they would shine too.
How about Strike Force? What was it like working with those guys?
Strike Force was Tito and
Martel.
The other one was Can-Am, right?
Yeah. That was
Zenk.
Tom Zenk.
Yeah.
Another one of those Minnesota guys.
Huh.
Yeah, but he's a quitter.
I won't get into it. Strike Force was a different blend too. I think they put Tito into that right after Tom Zenk. I think they were pushing the Can-Am connection a little bit more. And I don't know, I think Martel got hurt at one point when we were out in Oakland. We did
I think his wife was sick and had to go home.
Yeah.
It was him and Tito.
But they were both good guys, both good friends of ours. And,
incredible workers.
Yeah, we bumped into him. I bumped into him in Legends things. I think the initial burst, if anything hurt those guys, it wasn't those two guys. It was the initial burst of the Can-Am, and then changing it and putting a new product in there and trying to push it. And it really, it caught on, but it never went as far as I think the Can-Ams would.
Yeah, and with the Can-Ams, it was like Tom Zenk was that young guy that nobody knew.
Yeah.
And he kind of looked like Rick Martel.
But the fans going to get behind him?
Well, they were doing unbelievable, and something happened where Tom ended up quitting. Yeah. And then they had to bring Tito in. So Tito was that second guy coming in.
And you got to remold Tito. Tito was already a star here before.
Right, yeah, as a single.
So,
what are your memories and thoughts about Mr. Fuji as a manager? And did you like having him as a manager?
Well, we requested him as a manager.
Yeah. Why is that?
If you remember, when Randy and I first debuted, I think it was in the Meadowlands and Hershey.
Right.
We had Johnny Valiant. And Johnny, is a nice guy. But Johnny's like off the wall, goofy type of manager. And my impression of this character, Demolition, is we're badasses. And Johnny would say they came from outer space. They're in control.
It was more of a cartoon.
And him. It wasn't a knock on him, but he never grasped what the characters were and what they could do. And we're going to go out and kick ass, just plow through people. And there was one, we were sinister. Well, we didn't need a clown or a funny type of humor comic guy as our manager, because we could both talk. And I suggested immediately after the second taping, I think it was, I get them confused, but after the second taping, I asked Vince, I said, Randy can use this, or if you want me to use it, I'd like to get Fuji, because Fuji was the sinister guy. You think of sinister, you think of evil, you think of devious, you think of Fuji. And Vince says, okay. And that's how we got him. And Fuji was all for the team. He never took focus away from the team. He wasn't like a lot of guys, bless Jimmy Hart, but Jimmy Hart runs around with a megaphone, and a lot of focus on Jimmy Hart or Cornette or these guys. They're running around. The match is in the ring. The manager's supposed to be there to add to the match, not detract from the match. And Fuji knew that because he was a tag team participant before. And he didn't feel comfortable dominating the conversation. We could talk. He'd put his 2, 3, 4 little lines in. And he was good.
He was fun to have on the road.
Oh.
Did he rib you guys a lot?
Oh, well, he didn't rip us.
No.
Thank God. It was.
But I mean, he was always on time. Always wanted to work out. Fuji's motto: be on time, sleep good,
Right.
eat good, and work out.
Huh.
And we did all those things.
And we all did it.
Memories of working with Powers of Pain. Warlord and Barbarian.
Well, we had good matches with the Powers of Pain. I think of the two, of course, Barbarian was a much more polished worker.
Terry was so big and so muscle bound.
He tried.
Yeah, and he could do everything, but it just didn't seem right because he was so.
It didn't look smooth, but I mean, he could do it. But
Mechanical.
Barbarian.
Yeah.
I mean, Barbarian's he's a professional. He's
Right.
a smooth guy, and what the stuff he did looked like he was killing you.
Oh, yeah.
And then sometimes some of the things that Terry would do didn't look good, but they killed you.
But don't get us wrong. I mean, Terry was
Oh.
just the greatest guy and everything, and his gimmick was his gimmick.
Yeah.
You know.
How come you guys were booked against the Powers of Pain right away, and then you guys were separated quickly, not put together for a while after that?
We never found that out.
No,
I think that they were experimenting with opponents to see what was going to click, what wasn't going to click. I think it would have done real well.
Because they were two big guys that people really believed
Yeah.
were kicking their ass.
Yeah, after a while, we
It's
had
really
gone
what
through
it was.
almost every team. They were probably thinking, and I think they prematurely turned us babyface because they figured, well, geez, these guys have gone through everything. We would go out and kill people, cut their head off, piss down their throat, and fans would cheer.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to be a good guy. They respected what we did. And then they brought these two big monsters in, Warlord and Barbarian. They figured, well, God, we'll put them against those guys. And I think they turned us babyface about a year and a half, almost 2 years before we needed to be.
Yeah, I think if the Road Warriors would have came in a year later, they wouldn't have even. I think if the Road Warriors would have beat us that time, the fans would have been mad.
Yeah.
It would have been because we were really getting over as baby faces.
All good plans sometimes fall astray,
Huh.
right? And sometimes when you have something, you don't know how good it is until you lose it. And I guess Vince had wanted the Road Warriors for such a long time, but he really didn't realize that we had actually, in this area, superseded them.
Yeah.
And when they came in here, they were Demolition clones.
Right.
And they never overcame that. So I think there was a lot of mistakes made, and it's water under the bridge now.
No, there was some jealousy there.
Oh,
Because when we were getting the pops like we were getting, then they'd come out. I mean, it was tough on them because they were the tag team down south and everywhere.
Yeah.
But the New York, WWF, WWE, it's a whole different ball game.